video is going to be a bit different. So from skating that like weird Euro gap at Woodward where I had to like run and drop my board, I don't even know if that video came out yet. It might actually come out afterwards because I'm waiting on some footage from that day. I kind of pulled something in my leg, or maybe not pulled it, just kind of strained it a little bit. So I took yesterday off, just kind of like chilled and hung out at the house. But today I want to skate. It's going to be kind of like a John Hill-esque video in the sense that it's going to be probably all selfie unless I run into someone. And I don't know if I've mentioned this in a video before, but if you know me, you know this to be true. At least like 2 days a week, I like to just not film anything and just go skate. And I prefer to skate by myself. So I'll just like go to a skate park or go just kind of cruise around the town or something like that and not film anything. Basically today is just that, but I'm going to film it because I'm getting behind in videos. But this used to be the way, right? This is what skate videos used to be on YouTube. It was just skate vlogs, and they'd film themselves go out and go to a skate park and skate a street spot and tell you how they feel about things. Tell you about what they ate and stuff. I'm eating a bean and cheese burrito with, oh God, I definitely just got a monster. I don't know, I just wasn't feeling coffee today. One of the 6 or 7 skate parks that are in Long Beach. It's actually my least favorite of all the skate parks. It's gonna be really hot there, but hopefully it'll be empty. They have a square flat bar there though, that's super dinged up from bikes grinding it. And it just feels kind of cool to grind, so I just kind of want to skate that. If you don't know what park I'm talking about, it's this one. That's the flat bar I was talking about. I skated here recently with the PAL guys. Super randomly, DeVille just called me the PAL team manager, and he's actually starting a YouTube channel, but it's because he's been shooting photos and videos for PAL for like, I have no idea how long, like an insane amount of time. So he's sitting on all of this ridiculous footage of like Andy Anderson Smith grinding this 26 stair kink rail, and so he's gonna chop that all up and give people the B-sides because people like raw footage, people like B-side footage. When that finally comes out, which he's planning on starting that in November, he's already filmed and edited some of the videos. I will link that in the bio at that point in time, but something to look forward to. The warm-ups are pretty subtle, especially when like I'm coming off of what I think might be an injury. I just did like a light little cruise around the park, just snapping little baby ollies and 50-50s, and then I usually go to the straight 8, just because that's like, I don't know, it just warms me up really fast. I'm 35 now, so I want to have as much time skating as I possibly can. I don't want to waste energy like pumping around on a mini ramp, because by the time I warm up from that, in all honesty, I'm just pretty spent. So I'm going to give you a little bit of context of what's going on. Just doing a little bit of kick turn because that's the best way to warm up. But for this, I'm just trying to do like flip tricks, like casually, like not trying to pop them real high, not trying to do them super good. I just want to find those like little light sweet spots that Dylan Jebb knows so damn well. And it's going to take a while for me to find any of them, but that's kind of the whole point of this. So a lot of these flip tricks are going to be pretty terrible. I'm not even going to like edit out like the really floppy ones. This is literally how I warm up. Like, it's barely edited. The only cuts is going to be like pretty much when I just like stood there and caught my breath, because it was pretty crispy this day. Always goes popping. Switch flip, hardest of the straight 8 for me. All the other ones pretty much always work first try when I'm warming up. Switch flip, it just takes so much effort. It's the same flick as a nollie flip, but I swear to God, it is a different flick than the nollie flip. Nollie heels are always trash. It takes me a while to get a good one. In fact, I'm positive I didn't even get a good one during this warm up. That didn't even leave the ground. I was like, oh, should I like work on my tray flips for a while? And I remember thinking to myself, if I land this fakey try, and the answer is no. So I landed it and didn't try it again. I don't know what made me think to try this trick. Super random. They're easy to flop right over, though. It's like a very light flick trick for that trick. So that was filming for 4 minutes, and I'm warmed up to the extent of where I feel like I can actually pop an ollie properly. I guess next we'll tricks over the hip. It's kind of a good hip. California, I swear to God, man, we have like a hip epidemic. There are hips at all the skate parks. None of them are really that good. This is one of the better ones though, and it's like 10 minutes from my house. I should probably come here more often just for the hip. Light flip tricks out of hips is the best way to figure out where that flick is, or at least out of a bank. So that's pretty much what is going on here. I always suck at kick flipping backside over hips. I did a good one today though. I don't think it's definitely not that one. I do another one. For some reason they just are way easier to mob going over hip backside. That was decent. Okay, here's the real goal. I played around with so many flip positions and so many different flicking points with this frontside flip in this session. I don't know how many frontside flips I landed. I didn't put them all in here. But this is me literally trying something different with all of them. Like that one, I kind of flicked like less than my board. Some of them I'm flicking more off my nose. Some of them, my foot position rolling up is closer together. I was thinking, oh yeah, right here I'm realizing like, okay, if it's a bank, that means it's going to be a little bit more mob already as I ride up it, so it's going to be easier to go through the flick. I need to take advantage of that. And honestly, when I did that, like when I thought about it that way, they just started working every single try except for that try. That's so funny that I said that. Just about every single try. Actually, that might be the only one that I didn't land after I realized, like, oh, going up the bank makes it sit to your foot better. And my backside flips always suck over hips. Here's me moving on to nollie flips. I'm still ghost popping them, but I wanted to just like get them in the air decently and get them just a bit more comfortable and less awkward when I do nollie flips over hips. It's just for some reason that trick's always been a little uncomfortable for me. That one was fucking awful. I cannot find that light flick on nollie flip. The frontside flip, it was really like, do I do the kick with the fakie or do I do the full frontside flip? And what really made it click was just over rotate. But with nollie flip, I miss popping too much. It's just like hard for me to get the stick to my back foot to give it that light proper flick. I would have taken that second one, but the fakie flip I didn't like. And like messing up on the second trick makes you redo the first trick, which just makes me better. It's just dumb games that I play with myself. Really seems like just going faster made my nollie flip so much easier. This is just more of me trying to get control over the sweet spot of the flicks. Just trying to find them in different flip tricks. Not looking to like power through the tricks, but sort of be a little bit more finesseful. Not pop them high, but more like flick them quick and gentle, if that makes any sense. First 360 of my life. And switching board sizes, that trick's been kind of not my move. But now that I'm back to the 875 trucks, that one try felt like it spun faster than it normally does. The 9-inch trucks were just, I couldn't, like when the wheel stuck out further, I couldn't dig into the ground as hard, so I feel like it would make me just under rotate because my shoulders would get way too ahead of my body. Kind of glad this back heel's taking so long because it's making me really like figure out how to do my 360s exactly how I want them. Oh God. Walked away for about 1 minute, catch my breath, and now I feel like my legs are better. So the back heel, man, it's like I do the 360 and I'm so focused on what my body's doing because today's all about figuring out, you know, the flip tricks as easy as possible. I want them to be as gentle. I want that front three to not feel like I got to be like whirlwinding it. If you watch the way Jeremy Ray used to frontside 360 down gaps, it was almost like he was just casually tossing his body frontside, took his time with the first 180 and then just controlled the last 180. And that's what I want, is kind of just I mean, I'm not going to be in the air long enough to really do that sort of delay and then late whip, but I want to have that really consistent, because that way, like, if you are skating a bigger gap, you can actually like time your 360 instead of just like keeping the same speed the whole time and risk over rotating. You can just front 180 and then take your frontside half cab, and then, you know, that's how you do that trick, I think. Yeah, I definitely don't feel like wasting all my energy skating this, but yeah, this is more what I mean when I say like I'm less into learning tricks, I'm more into understanding tricks. I want like frontside 360s where I can put them anywhere. I want front crooks where I can put them on anything. You know, it's just nice to be able to go to a spot or a skate park and rifle off 30 tricks all within like 1 or 2 tries. And I might not necessarily do a trick that I'm super stoked on in the sense of like I'll film it for a part, but man, it just feels good to land a bunch of stuff. That's all I want to do, is just land a bunch of stuff. Still around on the square rail because it's square and I hate those, but it's so chunked up, it's really fun. Scary to me. Feeble and square, man, because usually your back heel side wheel just sits on the rail, just wanting to slip off. Terrifying. Oh, that's scary. All right, how dumb is it gonna be if I do board slide the Hurricane
and then like 90 degrees shove it out. The answer is really stupid, but I'm gonna try it. Alright, I'm starting to feel like I'm playing rock, paper, scissors with Lady Luck. I'm not understanding it as much as I thought I did. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit as far as my movements. I think I'm like stuck in bad muscle memory, so I gotta get out of that. Sometimes the fastest path to a trick is not trying it for a second, just thinking. I think the trick might be over here. I think I'm too over here. Okay. Final theory. I'm in the Hurricane. Sort of put pressure on the one wheel so it levels out a little bit as I come out. See, now if this was a normal YouTube video, I would have gave up probably 10 tries ago. Moved on to some tricks that I know I could get more footage out of. I'm literally just filming how I would normally skate anyways. And to be honest, I'll stay here all day until I land it. I don't care. I don't care if it's a stupid trick. I don't care if I never do it again. It's like I started it, so it's like I can't stop. It's not even like an OCD thing. Like I legitimately just don't want to. I just really want to land the trick. It's not like, oh, like I let one get away. It's more like, man, I want to do that now. Like it's exciting to try to get something like that I don't think I've done before, even if it's the dumbest, smallest variation. The dopamine hits a little less when you've been trying it for 17 minutes straight. I'm gonna relax for a minute. Maybe I'll go to a different park. I just watched the footage and realized how bad it was being filmed. The rack that I set it on, I guess like the thing tilted off of it and was angled all crazy. So you couldn't really see much of the landing, but you get the idea. That's a pretty like day-to-day process. That's one of the things that really keeps me coming back to skateboarding. I just like battling something, figuring it out. And more often than not, I kind of just leave it alone. I leave it there, kind of figured it out. If it's more of like a off the beaten path trick like that, but a lot of other tricks, like I definitely like having all like the mainline tricks and then a few goofy ones like so stockpiled that I can do them every try. For a second, I thought that trick was going to work a lot easier. I thought it was going to be one that I could just like figure out, and maybe I was just going about it wrong, or maybe the rail just wasn't the rail for it because the end of it was like rolling over all crappy. I might not ever find out because I don't think I'm going to play with that one too much more ever again. That was just not very satisfying. Didn't feel that cool. But it is like that feeling that you get when you like, you do a trick, you land on your board and you're rolling away and you're like, oh, like this is it. Like this is the part where I just stand here and be excited that it just happened. Listen, I know that session might not look like much. I didn't really do any of the flashy tricks that I do on my usual day-to-day cruising around, but that was super fun for me. Like setting up the camera tripod and not having to worry about landing stuff, more so just enjoying the process of like learning stuff. Oh man, it feels like a different kind of skating. Like I feel like there's almost like 3 different types of skating that I do. Like there's the really figuring tricks out and like wanting to understand board control and like making my body do what I want it to do is like one type of skating that I really enjoy. And then there's the filming for YouTube, which is like me kind of trying to like sometimes step it up or do some new tricks for kind of the entertainment value, which is definitely fun for me, or skating with my friends and we push each other and that sort of excitement. And then of course, the thing that I do most frequently when I don't film videos is I'll just go to a skate park and really repetitive do the same tricks that just feel good to me. Like normally when I come to the skate park, there's a real floaty Euro gap that for whatever reason, I don't really do nollie backside flips, but I really like nollie backside flipping up this Euro gap. And I've definitely come here before by myself, and I must have done nollie backside flips up that Euro gap maybe for like an hour and a half straight, just doing it over and over and over and over and over. And it's not like I was trying to get better at them. I wasn't trying to figure anything out. I just really liked the way that trick was floating up to my feet. It was just a good time. So maybe if you find yourself getting a little bored with skating, or a little disinterested, or you're kind of losing the spark, maybe change what type of skating you're doing if you're not already doing all 3 of those, because they can be equally as rewarding as each other, in my personal opinion. Of course, there's the other types of skating. Like there's training too, where you are like, you're not trying necessarily to understand your board more, you're trying to like stockpile your tricks to where you never mess up on them ever again, which to me feels a little bit more like work. Don't get me wrong, I do it sometimes. Like I like trying to get tricks on lock. But at the same time, there's definitely some joy to be had in those. Got some water in me, got some Gatorade in me, stuff's dripping off my chin. Across the street, there's a ledge, because it's California, and there's spots literally everywhere. So I guess check it out. I don't know, I drive past it all the time, never actually skated it. Couldn't skate the ledge because I had to poop, it was an emergency. Got back to the house, Dale complained why he wasn't invited to go skating. This is why. Dale, let's go. Come on, let's go skate. Come on, buddy. Let's go skate. We're gonna go skate. Where do you want to go? I'm going right now. You coming?
What are you doing?
I'm vlogging.
Stop rubbing my back like that, dude.
Sorry, dude. The only benefit of living with Dale is his girlfriend brings her dog over. That's the owner of the dog. That's the only part in this whole video. Let me see the babushka. The babushka!
Pixlr?
Yeah, it's Pixlr. So I just sat down and Dale was like, what do you think of all these thumbnails? And he was asking me what I would do with the thumbnail. And then he just like sent me it. And then I just edited the thumbnail and sent it to him. So on Dale's newest video, it's going to be called something about girls and skateboarding. It's my thumbnail. So go click on it and talk about how great the thumbnail was. It's been about an hour. Do you think Dale's going to go skating with me? Let's just go to Cherry.
Dude, I don't want to go to Cherry.
Where do you want to go, Dale?
I'm going to go skate, Jake. I'll call you back.
I think he's actually gonna go skate. We'll say. Think about the fact that we live together and how little we skate together. That's his fault. He's a bad person.
It's literally not my fault.
Him. What? I get a lot of comments to see more Dale footage, especially when he specifically tells people on his channel to go to my channel and comment, hey, we want to see more Dale footage.
That was one video one time. I've been in like 3 of your videos this year.
And everyone hated it. Okay,
Everyone hates me, yeah.
Here's Dale footage. One thing I can say about Dale is he's still comfortable skating square rails. If you backsmith a square rail, I will literally Venmo you 50 bucks.
50?
If you do it first try, 50 bucks, I'll Venmo you.
Okay, but am I doing this 5-0 first?
Yeah, 5-0 first, and then come back and backsmith. You were so close to getting 50 bucks. Now he's like trying to get paid. He's like, oh, what if I do the backsmith now? If you backsmith it second try, going this way.
Because you're walking around fucking Long Beach like, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich.
I do that all the time. It's just something that I do.
They go, hey, what's up, Dale? I'm fucking rich. It's like, okay, Dan, we'll pay your rent.
No, dude, that's how I stay rich. Dale just learned that trick today. Let's film him do it.
What in the fuck? I mean, he did it. What, dude? That counts?
You doing a front board is really uncomfortable to say. In the video. You don't gotta grab it. It's about to like smudge the lens. Oh my god, dude. Least crook guy. Number one trick you do on an egg skateboard is try to crook a rail and land primo because the way it curves over. Have you skated the egg board?
Yeah.
Did it do that to you?
Yes. Yeah, you really got to stay centered over this when you're doing stuff like that.
I mean, obviously it works. Frankie Villani does crooks, doesn't he?
Nope.
I'm using that. Deck check on that bottom ledge and then nollie up to like lip on the top ledge and try to keep going. I've never grinded that trick before in my life. Are you on feet?
Yeah, I'm on feet.
Okay.
That's fucked up. I don't know, but that was fucking crazy. What was it?
I did this.
Oh, wow.
I invented that.
That's so new and creative.
It's called the Jimmy John grind. God, that's waxed. Oh, that is pretty quick. Oh, you dirty bastard. God damn it. I will never. I didn't do any tricks.
No, that was sick.
Okay, one more line like that and I'm done.
Ah!
I thought you were gonna go for the yeah right, man.
Didn't know I had that. Oh my God. All right, that was a quick little fun session at Orizaba. We didn't stick around too long. I just started getting kind of crowded with people who weren't skating, just kind of like running around, climbing around. And I don't really want to deal with that because I don't have to. I can just skate again tomorrow because I live in California and I'm just super fortunate. Now I'll head back, maybe do some editing, I don't know. Do a little importing of the stuff I filmed today. And yeah, I'll probably edit for, usually a video takes me, after I upload it, which usually takes about 5 minutes on its own to import everything. Maybe like an hour, maybe less. I do have to add some dialogue actually. So, oh man, this video might actually take like an hour and 20 minutes. Oh my God. Anyways, we'll see if I get anything else today. If not, this is the end of the video.
I'm gonna slap some sense into you!
It doesn't get any better than that.